You act like you need reminding, trying to do it over, bring it back and wind it. But all that glitters isn't gold, I was blind.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Maya, and I'm back at it again with another advice video on today. If you guys are watching this, you may have found me off of a recent video, not a recent video, like a video I did probably like 2 or 3 years ago. It was titled like things I wish I knew before junior year. And if you haven't seen that and you're a rising junior in high school, make sure you guys go check that out. But since I moved up in life, I should say, things I wish I knew before my freshman year. I don't care if you took college classes in high school and think you got that pack, you don't. And you may not listen to me and you may mess up, and when you mess up, and that's okay. That's all right, because you're not perfect. You're not meant to be perfect. I'm just gonna be kind of like firing these off, and they're not really like all under one category, which they probably should be, but I don't feel like doing that. Let's go ahead and get into these tips that I have for you guys. Number one being, you do not have to have this all figured out. You can listen to as many advice videos, you can talk to as many people you know that went to college, and you think you could be so well equipped, but you're not going to be well equipped. As I literally just said, you just have to be the best that you can be and just do everything that is within your power. You don't have to have it all figured out. Everything is a learning journey, so just be prepared for the things that you're gonna have to learn, is what I should say. Utilize every single resource that you have on campus, especially the free resources. This definitely goes campus by campus, but what I can say from my school, and I go to the University of South Carolina if you don't know. For example, they give us like 10 free counseling sessions. I'm not sure if it's just your freshman year. You definitely have it your freshman year, but I'm pretty sure it carries on into your other years, because I definitely need to use those. But make sure that you're just like really researching and even asking upperclassmen of like resources that are available. This is literally a tip that they give to a lot of people, especially when you're in high school, but it still applies. This applies to everything in life, but in this arena of college, participate in everything that your heart desires. Participate, y'all. Like, of course, don't overdo it, but participate. Like, if you want to go to the little pottery class, go to the pottery class. If you want to go to the little dance they having, go to the little dance they having. You can't be shy. I'm sorry. Like, you can be shy to a certain extent if that's you, but we're getting into the real world now, and in the real world, you cannot be shy. Like, you have to have some sense of outgoingness about you, because you're gonna have to ask your teachers for stuff. You're gonna have to ask people you probably don't even know like that for stuff, or just be able to speak in front of people. Like, these things are going to come up, and you need to be able to know how to effectively communicate with somebody and to not be so reserved. With that being said, get out, go to the little concerts that we're having, go to the football games, go to all of that. Like, if you sit in the house and probably go to a party or something, like, and do something like maybe once a month, when we're only in school for like 9 to 10 months at that, like, you're gonna be so upset that you missed out on so many things, because honestly, your freshman year is used to, I personally feel like your freshman year is kind of used to have the most fun you can have. That's not saying that after your freshman year you're not gonna have fun, but I feel like your freshman year is used to have like the most fun that you can have throughout your college experience. But after that, it's literally like that work is gonna start piling on you. You're gonna have internships, jobs. Don't bring too many things, y'all. You're gonna be so embarrassed. Do not bring too many things, especially clothes, especially when you're living, but like most universities require their freshmen to live on campus, and so you don't really have a choice of how big your closet is going to be. You may think you need those, well, I would say keep your pair of heels, but you may think you need that little disco glittery outfit for something, but you do not. You don't need 2 pairs of 2 pink heels. Just really look in your closet and see what the necessities are. With that also being said, make sure that you have some walking shoes. I don't care how big or small your campus is, make sure that maybe just on those days where you know you're gonna have to walk a lot, or just have some shoes, just like that you know are comfortable for you, especially being on a Division I school campus that is spread across the whole downtown area. I did say this before, but the library is your bestie. I never knew how much I loved working in a library and like a quiet space like that until I came to college. Like, the library is going to be your best friend. You are not, and you already know because it hasn't worked before for you in your life, you're not going to be able to work in your room. And even just to go and like sit and relax and chill, like, it's such a great place to go. I wouldn't suggest like a cafe because of course it's hustling and bustling and everybody is eating, laughing, cackling, and that's literally where like most of the student life resides at. Like, let's not do the cafe. Be open to making friends and not making bad blood, because you may think bad blood in high school is something, but now that we are all adults and now that we're all itching to fight one another, that's another thing. And be mindful of who you making friends with. You ain't gotta make friends with everybody, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is make friends with the right people and make sure that your business is not out in the streets, because as I said, all of these people are adults with no type of decorum, and they're gonna want to be ready to attack you at any moment. If you have a meal plan, or if you have to get a meal plan, use that meal plan up, y'all. Use it up. Please try not to use a lot of your money on food. Now, if you have your own kitchen in your dorm, then okay, that's one thing. You could probably apply for like EBT if you wanted to. Don't be ashamed to use the EBT now, because I'll swipe that car. You mean something free groceries? Free groceries for being a student? Anyway, use up that meal plan that you got. Like, use up how many swipes, use up how many like dollars you have. And when I say that, I do not mean use it all up in 1 month, because most likely these things recharge like every semester. Go ahead and get used to the cafeteria type food, depending on where you go. I mean, some people have like retail options, like we have a Chick-fil-A, so you can use like swipes and stuff in there. But I got so sick. I got so sick of Chick-fil-A, y'all. Like, I would literally almost bawl my eyes out when it came to like the end of the year, because I was like, there's no reason why I'm eating Chick-fil-A 5 days a week. If you can bring your car, bring your car. That's all I will say. And with that being said, since most of the freshmen are not going to be bringing their cars, they're probably going to be relying on you. Charge people for, let people pay for your gas. Let people pay for your gas. And not, they don't even gotta split the whole thing. Tell somebody, okay, I'm driving you somewhere, give me about $5. Now, of course, if they're your close friends, like your homegirls, your homies, like, okay, you know, if you start to notice that somebody is repeatedly using you for your car and your transportation, you might as well start charging them at least a flat rate $5. That being said, make sure that you get it. Now, it all depends on you with this one, I'm not gonna lie, because I had a job coming in and that kind of made me a little miserable, because it's a lot going on with the job market these days and people being understaffed and stuff. So I wasn't really able to like go out to all the football games that I wanted to, and you know, do all that, like do the fun stuff, because I was at work. But if you on your grind and you don't really care about that, then do that. Like, and even if you need a job but you don't want to miss out on stuff, make sure that you make a schedule that, okay, most parties are like, say like most parties are on like Friday or Saturday. Just always be like, you know, I'm not gonna be working Saturdays, or I'm not gonna be working Fridays, and make your schedule based around that. Like, make your schedule, of course, based around things that you have to do, or even things that you want to do, because don't succumb to money over your happiness. You feel what I'm saying? But even with that, they have on-campus jobs. I'm pretty sure they have on-campus jobs everywhere, and of course they work on school time and school hours, so you're not gonna really be missing much, but you're still gonna be making a good little bit of, you know, good little bit of change. But that all kind of goes in with your actual like class schedule as well, because class schedules can be so like sparse, and like, stay on top of deadlines, y'all, and be serious about school. If you're not serious, and some of y'all might be looking at this video and you may be like, Zamaya, now what you finna say, because you kind of teeter-totter on that. I'm getting better, y'all. The Lord is working on me. If you don't want to be in school for yourself, if you're going to college based off of what people told you, like you should go to college and you need to go to college and you need to get a job and do things based on your own happiness is rule number one over everything that I have said today. Rule number one is your happiness and what you want to do in your life and your purpose in your life. So don't let nobody push you into going to college if you do not want to go to college. If you feel like you'd rather go into the military and maybe going to college later in life, then you need to do that. If you want to go into a trade school rather than a 4-year or 2-year college, then you need to do that. Do not pressure nobody into making you go to these D1 schools or doing stuff that you don't want to do. Do what is best for you, do what is best for your happiness, and do what is best for your future. Stay on top of deadlines, y'all. Like, it's so many people, and it's so weird to me. Like, it's so many people who do not have like a planner or anything like where they can write all their homework down or space it out or whatever. Get you a planner, and I would suggest getting a daily, a planner that has things to plan out your daily life, and weekly life as well. In daily, I mean by like, and what I mean by daily is like getting you like an hour by hour planner if you can, to kind of like time block, because time blocking is like, it helps a lot. It really does help a lot. But as you may have heard a lot of people say, college is definitely a big network, especially when you get into different organizations and things such as that. And as I said earlier, use your resources. If you have access to a resource, use that resource. Do not overuse that resource, but use that resource to your advantage. Because honestly, in my point of view, the people I'm around want to help each other. So figure out your circle as well. Get your budget up now. Like, make whatever type of income you have, put half towards savings and use the other half. I think it's about 50 towards savings, 30 for needs, and 20% for wants. Or just make sure that you use your first half for savings and just kind of divvy up the rest. But that's kind of the system that I work on. If you guys want an in-depth like budget tutorial video, then I can make one of those, but I'm not gonna make one right now. And honestly, that budget doesn't work for everybody, so I'm not gonna sit here and explain. But make yourself a budget. You're gonna need a budget because you're gonna need to make sure that you have savings just in case anything pops up. And that's with anything in life. Towards the end of your first year though, make sure that you guys are looking into internships and things of that nature, especially paid ones. But even if you are really just passionate about what you want to do, then get you a little unpaid internship. Not me though, but y'all be safe. It is okay to switch your major. As I said in the first tip, you're not going to come in with everything figured out, but try to figure something out. If you came in as a nursing major and you feel like you need to change to a business major, then do that. That's completely fine. I came in hustling and bustling, saying I wanted to be an international business major at literally the #1 college in the nation to do international business. I don't know why I didn't think it was going to be extremely hard, being that it is having that type of accreditation. It was definitely difficult. And your girl is now studying visual communications. Make sure that when you're choosing a major, you really read through and maybe even look at YouTube videos of people who've gone through that major or whatever. Like, just make sure that you really read through and understand what your major actually consists of, because that's kind of what leads to a lot of people changing their major. And of course, as I said, it's okay to change your major if you have a change of heart, even like anything like that. But just know that it's okay. And even if it does set you back, it's okay, because you're doing something that you actually want to do and that you're actually passionate for. Another big thing is make sure that you keep in contact with your family. I know it may become busy or you may be going out a lot or whatever, but make sure that you always have time to contact your family, call, text, like at least make sure that you have contact with them every other day, like your mom, your dad, whoever. Like, just make sure that you're calling them, keeping in contact with them, especially if something comes up and you may need their assistance, and then now they feel like,
oh, you don't call me no more, you don't text me.
Make sure that you guys are contacting your family. and keeping up with them, please, while you're away. This one is for my Christian people, because I personally am a Christian, but make sure if you come into college as a Christian, or you even want to explore that, try to go to a Bible study at least. You may not go to church on Sunday, but like at least keep up with the Bible study. At least tune in to Bedside Baptist if you're not going to physically go. Like just make sure that you guys are keeping in touch with God and making sure that he's still at the forefront of your life. Do not come in thinking you finna find your college sweetheart, y'all. Do not. Most likely he has no car. Most likely he has no money. Stop involving yourselves so much in Greek life. And that's not only because I am a Greek, but it's so pick me, y'all. Like, being so real with y'all right now is so pick me. It is so pick me. Like, and of course you may have friends that are Greeks, but that don't mean you gotta be up in their face 24 hours of the day. You ain't gotta be at every one of their functions unless that's something that you're trying to do in your life. But we are not meant to be mixing and mingling like that with y'all. And that's literally the only way I could find to say this. Because a lot of y'all just want to be up in their face just to post and show people that you know somebody. And we, quite frankly, we don't care. That's all I'm gonna say, you guys. And if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have gone past your freshman year of college too, if you're coming to your freshman year of college, make sure that you guys comment down below and tell me what college you're going to and your major. Like, let's get into it. Maybe find some friends down there. You don't know. You never know. And yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video.